In Quebec, less than 1 person in 2 has sufficient reading competency to be able to read for learning, for understanding, to act, or to intervene with ease and proficiency. 19% of Quebecers are illiterate, and 34.3% have great difficulty reading. As such, they are at level 2 of the literacy scale. We often refer to these people as functionally illiterate.
I often meet teachers who tell me that the competency-based programs have positive repercussions on all disciplines. Reading competencies are cross-curricular and have an even greater impact on success rates in every subject, not only in English language arts. Improving reading skills should be everyone's concern. If you are thinking about developing a reading strategy project, or you would simply like the students in your center to become more proficient readers, then this video is for you. A pedagogical project on reading fluidity is an investment worth the time. Improvement in a student's reading competency can have a lasting impact on the person, but which students should be targeted? Reading difficulties are not created equal. This video will aid you in maximizing your reading interventions by easily identifying the right reader profile. There are 4 reader profiles that may seem interchangeable, but are not. The first is the good reader. These students can decode and execute high-level reading tasks like interpretation or appreciation. With a wide variety of inherent reading skills at their disposal, they do not need help to develop their potential if they have the opportunity to hone them using reading strategies. The second profile represents students who can effectively decode information in a text. Their reading is fluid, and they can scan for discrete elements in a text. Once the reading task becomes more complex, asking them to interpret or define implicit information, for instance, they have much more difficulty and may not complete the task. This is also true for listening activities. These students must be taught reading and comprehension strategies, but not fluidity. The third profile is for students who have trouble decoding written texts. These students will benefit greatly from a reading fluidity program. How does one recognize a student from the third profile? There are some indicators. They follow the text with their finger and use subvocalization while reading. Their comprehension levels seem to be good, but then how can that be verified since decoding is so difficult? A listening activity will showcase comprehension skills. And finally, the last profile describes readers who have trouble with decoding and comprehension. Much like the third profile, what Fayol calls the good comprehender, they will follow the text and subvocalize while reading, but will be unable to answer oral or written comprehension questions. Although reading fluidity would be helpful, focusing on high-level reading skills would be most beneficial. In conclusion, there are 4 very distinct reader profiles. Knowing the indicators of each one will go a long way in determining the most pertinent reading intervention for each student. Before investing time and energy in helping these students, it is best to understand what their specific needs are. Our interventions will only be more efficient.